Hello everyone, I'm Brooke Chavella. I'm a personal trainer, gym instructor, and also almost a sports scientist. And I have a real love for long distance running. I just thought I would make this presentation to kind of let you know about marathon training and what you probably should know before you sign up to a marathon because marathons aren't expensive and you also have to buy some shoes as well. So there is a bit of an upfront cost, but there is a cost in terms of time as well, and also time and energy. Couldn't get that one out. So, yeah, not only money, but also your time and energy as well that you have to really think about. So, first one is the expectation versus reality. So, I blame social media for this one because I think social media makes running look easy and fun, with all the outfits and the gels and the social side of it. And while all that's true and real, when you do marathon training, it's actually really quite demanding, exhausting, and you have to be very disciplined. But I will go into that later in later slides. So you do have to kind of put social media to the side and actually maybe talk to some people that have done marathon training and really realize the sacrifice you are making when you decide to sign up for a marathon. So it's not just a lifestyle. Sorry, correct me there. It's a lifestyle, not just a goal. So if we quickly just look at the dot points, so training 5 to 6 days per week. So I'm currently doing 5 days per week. And yeah, even on those 2 days when you don't get up and run, it still doesn't feel like you're having the days off because there's strength training, but we'll get to that another time. So big commitment, big commitment. Long runs, 2 to 3 plus hours. So yeah, you're looking at a lot of your Saturday or Sunday out running on your own generally. And when you get up to peak week, you're running out there for about 3.5 hours. So it is a long time. And it's not just the running, like it's also your sleep, nutrition, and your recovery as well. So it's not like you just go out and run and then miracles are going to happen. If you don't focus and nail down on your nutrition, your sleep, and your recovery, then you're really going to struggle throughout pretty much the whole training. So yeah, really big commitments, not just the running itself. So you'll feel fatigued most of the time. Me currently now, I just finished peak week of my training and I'm just constantly fatigued. No matter how much I eat or recover or anything like that, you just have this accumulated fatigue in your body. Heavy legs, yeah, heavy legs. You go out for your long runs, but you still accumulated all those kilometers from the week, so they don't feel fresh when you go out for those runs. And the mental fatigue is actually probably the hardest I've had to deal with. Like it strips you of your energy, and mentally you can't really be yourself, to be completely honest. Like uni's hard, I can't focus perfectly, and my energy is quite low when I go into uni classes, and in my assignments I feel like I'm not giving it my best. And family life as well, like I find it really hard to have the energy to kind of contact family or hang out with them, or even my partner, like coming home and having that constant energy to be myself is just not there. So that's a big one that you really have to think about, because you don't really want to be walking around down all the time. Not that you're down, but you don't have that energy to be completely yourself. So yeah, just know that you will be fatigued all the time. And it's like most of us have lives, so full-time jobs, students, kids, we have things. We're not athletes, so there's other things we're doing. So our focus isn't always just on running. Injury risk is real, so um, yeah, you will probably gain an injury in your first marathon. And a lot of this just comes from overuse and really high training volume, or building up too quickly with volume. And a big one too is lack of strength training. So, and knowing what type of strength training you should be doing within your phasing as well. That was a big one for me. I thought it was just kind of the same the whole time, but this time I really dialed in and did like my heavier stuff at the start when I wasn't running as much. And then towards the end, in my peak kind of phases, I've really pushed it down. I'm only doing probably 1 day a week at the moment of strength training. That's just to help, I guess, help with not gaining any injuries, I guess, so close to the marathon. But then, also you're not wanting to produce any more fatigue on the legs in those peak weeks. So stripping right back and knowing how to do that as well. So injuries are kind of normal, especially in your first marathon. So just be prepared to get something and then be okay with either having to reduce volume or going to see a physio or something like that to get some help. So strength training is not optional. Improves running economy, reduces injury risk, and builds resilience. So like I said, before my marathon training started, I was going real heavy, really low reps and quite a few sets, compound lifts. So I really built that strength before I started my training. I did that in the first probably 4 weeks of my training as well, and then started to kind of taper back on the strength side of things. So I never stopped, but it's just being smart about how you do it. And then, knowing when to pull back and then when to go a little bit harder in the gym is super important. But I'm all about strength training. Don't do too much. In my first marathon, I think I was strength training like 5 days a week. I'm only doing two strength training sessions, now 1. Don't feel like it has to be a focus, but just making sure you get in there and keep doing it, just to keep us nice and strong and resilient in our longer runs. Long runs are mentally tough. They're really hard. So 2 to 3 hours alone or more, boredom and self-doubt. So I think it's not so much like the physical side of things. Like I think we're all capable, especially as we build, we're capable of finishing the long runs. It's just the mental side of it. Like, there's a lot of boredom. Even if you listen to something, I feel like nothing really gives you satisfaction. Like nothing will make you not bored. Like it's just boring, and there's a lot of self-doubt, especially in like the last 10 kilometers when you may have to push the pace and it's like your legs are heavy, things might be happening, you still may be getting your nutrition right and things like that. So it's tough, and every long run I pretty much say to myself, why do I do this? I think every long run that's over like 25 kilometers, I actually say to myself, I don't know why I do this to myself. So that's the kind of feeling you get. So nutrition and hydration matter more than you think. Yes. Big one for me, my first marathon, I thought I could just go without gels. I mean, I was having gels, but I wasn't having them properly, like throughout the long runs, because I was like, they kind of make my tummy feel a bit funny. But I'm telling you, like you have to have your fuel. Hydration, probably I was even worse. Oh my gosh, a few of my first really long runs, probably over 25 kilometers, I did not hydrate properly and I dropped. I didn't physically drop, but I couldn't run. Like there was I just crashed. I literally crashed. And I remember one time after my long run, I suffered really bad from dehydration, like wanting to vomit and shaking and just so sick. So they were like big learning phases for me, and I can say this time I'm nailing it. And if you nail your nutrition, hydration, oh my god, things are going to feel a lot more easier for you. Race day really exposes your preparation. I feel like half marathons and 10Ks and things like that, like you can kind of get away if you didn't prep properly. But marathons, there's just no way you can get away with it. So pacing errors, so not following your pacing strategy in all your training, and I'm talking easy runs as well. If you do not follow that, if it's an easy day, it's an easy day. If you don't do that, that's where you build your endurance. Like you have to go slow. Under training is a big one as well. People kind of thinking, I'll just not do this run this week. And I mean, there's discrepancies in that, because I think it's really important to self-evaluate. And if you are feeling really tired and lethargic, then yes, you should probably take some time off. If you know deep down that you might be getting sick or something like that, take that time. But I feel like if you're not fully committed and you're just taking time off here and there because of blah, 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 then that's going to show up in your marathon. Poor fueling as well. So we're not just talking in race or in runs, we're also talking outside of runs. So if you're not fueling properly, you know, in other parts of your day, then that's going to show up in your race day as well. And obviously you have that carb load a few days out as well. So not doing that and executing that properly can really show in the actual race day itself. So the big question is, should you do one? Look, I don't want to say that they're bad. I kind of just wanted to give you a realistic idea of what you're going to be in for. So if you're ready to be consistent, disciplined, and experience a lot of discomfort, then yeah, go for it. I guess the reason why I have gone back is because, yeah, I'm a person who loves boredom, who loves discipline. Like, obviously, I love a challenge, but I do like time on my own and things like that as well. So I'm a bit of a weirdo like that, I guess. But like, if you thrive off, your weekends and being social and things like that, it might be hard because you generally can't marathon train with anyone else because everyone's so specific with their pacing and things like that, and their programming. So it's not even like you can do your runs with other people because you're running at different paces. So it's definitely it's not a social thing, marathon training. There's no social side to it at all. It's very on your own. So just get ready for that kind of time with yourself and, yeah, just to be super disciplined. And I will just say, like, all my tempo runs, easy runs, threshold runs, things like that, I absolutely love them and I generally feel really good after them. But I do have to let you know that my long runs, I rarely finish them thinking like that was good, that was great. Like, it never feels good, it never feels great. It's really hard, it's really mentally challenging, and yeah, it will really test you. So they're good, you build a lot of character, but yeah, know what you're going in for, and probably just go for the half marathon if you're not ready for that full commitment. So yeah, hope this helps you decide whether you want to get into marathon or not. And if you do, let me know. I'd love to know if you're starting one and what your plans are for it. And yeah, keep me in the loop. Bye.